jiao. Excellent. Next we have 什么, and here we have the dreaded sh sound in pinyin. Sh does not sound like our sh in English. You have to curl your tongue in order to pronounce this properly. Where is your tongue while you're curling it? If you say the word pleasure or tenure and you stop at the S or the N, pay attention to where your tongue is. Tenure. Tenure. See where your tongue is? Now, your tongue should be kind of smashed between the top and bottom of your mouth. What you want to do is unsmash your tongue a bit and give it a little bit of room in there and curl it. Keep it in the same spot, but curl the tongue and make sure there's enough room in there for you to push air through. So what you should end up with is shh, shh. Now your tongue is curled. Your tongue isn't necessarily pressing up against the roof of your mouth. It's just in there and it's curled and it's back where it is when you say the N in tenure. Shh, shh. So it doesn't need to be touching the roof of your mouth, but it needs to be curled in that spot. So let's try it. We have shh, and then we have the N, which sounds like the N in taken. So we end up with shen, and it's second tone. So let's try that 3 times. Shen, shen, shen. Excellent. Now we have ma. Now M in pinyin sounds like our M, and you remember this E will sound like in da. So what we end up with is ma. So let's try it 3 times. There's no tone, and the is in the throat, remember. Ma. 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 Excellent. Now let's put this together to form the word what. 什么? 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 Excellent. Next we have 名字, which means name. So you have M, which is like our M. You have the E, which is like the E when you're smiling, E. You come up with me, like the word me. And saying Ming is kind of like saying the word meet. Meet. Nice to meet you. But instead of a T on the end of it, you have an NG on the end of it. Ming. Ming. So be careful not to pronounce this I like the I in it. I like it. It's more like an E. Me. Ming. Ming. So let's try that. Second tone rising. Let's try it 3 times. Ming. 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 Excellent. Now this z is just like making a buzzing sound, like you're going to make the sound of a bee. Zzz. The little buzzing vibration sound is coming from your tongue, the very tip of your tongue. Zzz. And it's just like making a buzzing sound, but a very short one. Zzz. Zzz. The I really isn't pronounced. Zzz. So let's try that 3 times. Zzz. 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 Be sure to make it short. So let's put this together to form the word for name, which is 名字. So let's try this 3 times. 名字. 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 Excellent. Now we can put all together what we just learned. 你叫什么名字 to come up with the phrase, what is your name? 你 is you, 叫 is to be called, 什么 is what, and 名字 is name. So let's try this phrase 3 times. 你叫什么名字? 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 Excellent. Next we have 先生. So we have the xi, xi, the an sounds like n, so we come up with xi, n, xian, in its first tone. 3 times. 先, 先, 先. Excellent. Now we have sheng, so you're curling your tongue, saying the word tenure and noticing where your tongue is, curling it. making sure there's enough room there to push some air through. Shh. Tongue is curled. Shh. And then it's like saying afterwards, like in hung. Shung. So let's try it 3 times. Shung. 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 So let's put these two together to form the word Mr. 先生 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 Now you may find it hard after finishing the word 先 to get your tongue in the right place and curl it just in time to say sheng. So you might be stumbling over this. 先生. If you're stumbling, you might want to practice saying this word all day long until you've said it hundreds of times. 先生. It's just a matter of getting the muscles in your mouth used to moving around and changing positions quickly. It's like learning to drive a stick shift. You kind of stumble at first, but pretty soon it becomes second nature. So if pronouncing 先生 and pronouncing it quickly, 先生, is difficult because you can't get your tongue curled in time, it takes you time to curl it, you might want to practice this. In our text, we saw the word Wang Xiansheng, which means Mr. Wang. So let's try that 3 times. Wang Xiansheng. Wang Xiansheng. Wang Xiansheng. Excellent. Next we have Leo. Leo is the name of the girl you saw in the video. She'll be reappearing throughout the course. Her last name, Li. The L in pinyin sounds like our L. You know the E sounds like an E, double E, and you can smile while you're saying it, E. And so we come up with Li, and it's the 3rd tone. So let's practice that. Li. 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 Excellent. And now we have Yo, and the Y in pinyin sounds like our Y, and this OU in pinyin sounds a lot like the O in so. So we come up with Yo. It's kind of like the Yo in yo-yo, but not exactly. And it's 3rd tone, so let's try it together. Yo. 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 And now let's put it together. Now, you'll notice in her name we have 2 3rd tones together, so we're going to make this one a 2nd tone. We do not say Li Yo. We say Li Yo, because when 2 3rd tones come together, we have to change this first one to a 2nd tone. So let's practice that. Li Yo. Li Yo. Li Yo. Excellent. Finally, we have Wang Peng. Wang Peng was the boy in the video, the Chinese boy. So the W in pinyin sounds like our W. This A-N-G kind of sounds like ah with an N-G on the end. Ong. Imagine the A is an O, like in our word long, like the cross-country race is really long. This movie is very long. Kind of like that. So let's try that together. And it's a 2nd tone. Wang. 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 Excellent. When you see this A-N-G in pinyin, please resist with all your might and effort not to say wang or ang. Wang. That's very incorrect. Next we have Peng. So the P in pinyin sounds like our P, and this E-N-G kind of sounds like the ung and hung, like the apple hung on the tree. And so we put it together, we get Peng, and it's 2nd tone as well. So let's try that together. Peng. 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 And now let's put these 2 together to get the name of our character in our textbook. Wang Peng, and they're both 2nd tones. So let's try that 3 times. Wang Peng. Wang Peng. Wang Peng. Excellent. That concludes this video. Rewind and rewatch if you need to for more practice.